and welcome to Cooking with Common Ground. My name is Caldwell. I'm a volunteer Common Ground spokeswoman from Edgar, Nebraska, where my husband and I raise our two children, Katie and Emmett, and we also ranch and farm some dryland crop ground in north central Kansas. And so being a ranching family, we especially love beef, and I want to share a recipe with you today, hot beef Sundaes. My kids have loved this recipe since they were very small, and now being teenagers ready to graduate high school, they still love it, and it's still a regular at our house. So let's start cooking. The first thing we need is some sirloin cubes, and I put them in correct bite sizes for my large eating kids. You may want to cut yours in much tinier pieces for your family if you have small children. I've heated the skillet to almost 300 degrees, and I've got just a little bit of oil in the bottom of the skillet here. And we're just going to dump that meat right in. You can hear the sizzle of the beef. We're going to let this beef brown on all sides, and we want to keep an eye and keep stirring it so it doesn't get too brown on any one side, but we do want to be sure that it's cooked completely through. Okay, while our beef is cooking, the next thing I'm going to do is make my gravy. And don't be scared about making gravy. I am a very busy mom, just like any working mom out there. So thank heavens for packet gravy. And 2 cups of water, 2 packets of gravy is perfect for our family of 4. We'll just whisk that up, and then as soon as the meat is cooked on all sides, we'll add the gravy right to the meat in the skillet, and we'll let that simmer together. Everybody loves an ice cream sundae, so why not make a really fun meal item with all of the food ingredients included, or food pyramid items. You can cover your whole nutrition plate with my one dish here. We'll have meat, carbs, dairy, vegetables. We're going to cover the gamut. Okay, we'll let that meat cook just a little bit more. And again, while we do, making very efficient use of our time, the ice cream portion of our sundae is actually mashed potatoes. So my mashed potato recipe includes obviously cooked potatoes. We like to add butter. And then we'll put in some milk as well to make sure they're nice and creamy. Okay, now that we have our potatoes done and the meat has browned sufficiently, I'm going to just go ahead and dump the gravy that we mixed up in with the meat here. And we're going to let this stir and simmer just until this gravy starts getting thick, because this is our hot fudge portion of the sundae. While I stir this meat and gravy here a little bit, I just want to visit about, first of all, how healthy beef is. And I've talked to a number of very competitive athletes recently who love to include beef in their diet actually every day. And you can find more out about a diet using beef every day called the Bold diet, if you'd like to look that up online. But those athletes feel very strongly that they need that iron in their body to be able to carry enough oxygen so they have wind to get through their competitive events. So iron is a very important component of beef, as are zinc and protein, and then a lot of vitamins, especially B vitamins. So if you want a really nutrient-packed item, and really a serving only the size of a deck of cards per person per day is enough to get all of the nutrients that you need for your body to stay really healthy and have enough energy to do all the work that you need to do. Then when we get to tie it together with all these other things, it turns into a really delicious, complete meal here. And of course, having kids, I feel obligated as a mom to include some green vegetables. So once we get this served up, which we're just about ready to do here, normally I would put some steamed green vegetables along the side for my kids. And we really love either broccoli or snow peas. Those are our 2 favorites to have with this. And then maybe a roll on the side. There's nothing better than a roll with some honey or jelly included. Okay, our gravy is simmering And so we're going to build a couple sundaes here. And you can either let your kids build the sundae for themselves, which can be very fun, or if they're maybe not quite old enough for that yet, go ahead and make it for them and let them get all excited when you bring the whole big decorated sundae to the table for them. So we put on, for older kids and husbands and moms, a large helping of potatoes, or ice cream if you will. We add on our sauce. Could be fudge, could be caramel, whatever you want to consider it. It is delicious beef and gravy. Then we need the sundae toppings. And so we're going to add some whipped cream, which is sour cream, some sprinkles, which is grated cheese, and finally, no sundae's complete without a cherry on top. And so we use a cherry tomato as the final decoration of our hot beef sundae. So there is a nice plated one, but for a lot of fun, we put it in an ice cream dish. And this might be for a smaller child who needs a smaller portion, or just somebody that really loves to have fun with their food. So you can see that even as a farm wife or a farm mom, we have to get a little bit creative with our meals to make our kids want to join us in the kitchen and have fun with their food and eat all of their nutrients like they're supposed to. And our second cherry, and there you are. Hot beef sundaes. And you can find recipes like mine and many others at CommonGroundNebraska.com. Thank you so much for joining me today in the Hy-Vee kitchen. I have really enjoyed having you cook with me.